So let's talk about the ways that Donald Trump is trying to steal this election. Shall we? Let's talk about it. Let's have this discussion. So, how does Donald Trump want to steal the election? Let me count the ways. Well, we know that the Republicans have enabled, like in Iowa and Georgia and other states, the ability of people to challenge voter registration. And you know it's going to be conservatives challenging liberals and their ability to vote. So that now liberals have registered Democrats or whatever have to now jump through hoops to be able to prove that they have the right to vote, even though they've already proven that they had the right to vote because they got registered. Right? And then you also have voter purges. The Secretary of States love voter purges. We talked about the 2020 voter purge by Katherine Harris. Hell, even in, I think 2016 and 20, you had the voter purges that Kemp did. He just, he did voter purging as the Secretary of State. You also have, had voter registrations that just sat on the desk and didn't get processed. Another way that Republicans trying to steal these elections. There's also the ways that the Republicans steal elections, or try to steal elections by just misinformation, lies, deception, trying to claim that things are fraud when they're not. Trying to say that Vice President Harris's picture in an airport was AI, even though it wasn't AI, and therefore it's fraud. Like, making crap up, just to spread information, just to try and make people not vote in a certain way. But here's the other thing that they want to do, which Big Hood talked about, is they want the people who certify the elections to not certify the elections. Doesn't matter what state they're in. They want to prevent them from certifying the election. Now, why is this? You might say, well, Dan, don't you want, wouldn't Donald Trump want to win? If Donald Trump would want to win, then wouldn't he want to win the election in the states? Why would he want people, especially in swing states, to not certify these elections? Well, the answer is simple. And this is what makes this plan potentially so sinister. Is that if Donald Trump can prevent the certification in enough states so that nobody hits 270 electoral colleges. So let's say he can stop enough states worth of electoral college votes from actually certifying their election, be it via these people in Georgia that he was praising the other day, via stopping it via lawsuits, what have you. If he can stop those certifications from happening all the way up to what he was trying to do on January 6th and back in 2020, if he could try and do that again as well, if he's able to do that and prevent the electoral college votes from being certified from certain states, and nobody gets 270, the election goes to the House. The House of Representatives then picks who the next president is. And it's not a one person per vote. So it's not a, California gets a bunch more votes than Wyoming. No, it's done like the Senate, which is bizarre. The House is supposed to be the people's house, but in an election where nobody gets 270 electoral votes, let's say there's a tie at 269 and 269, or let's say that Donald Trump is able to prevent certification via legal or illegal shenanigans and prevent these electoral college votes from being certified, and therefore they have no electoral votes from those states, then it goes to the House of Representatives, and each congressional delegation from each state gets the vote, and there are more red states than blue states because, in this circumstance, Wyoming counts just as much as California. And then you have enough red states to win. Donald Trump wins the election, and he steals the election by preventing electoral college votes from being certified. Now, I'll caveat that with this. There's never currently been a situation where you've had people who've been able to successfully block electoral college votes from being certified, or even really any real elections from being certified in any sort of shape or imagination to the scale that would be needed for him to be able to get this done. So then we'll just add that caveat in there. But there's also never been a situation before this year where the Supreme Court has said that a president has total immunity. We're in unprecedented times. And those unprecedented times, you have to consider every single possibility that's out there. And when you're looking and questioning as to why Donald Trump might not want Georgia and Arizona and Nevada or New Mexico, might want to prevent these states from being counted altogether, it's not simply because he doesn't think he won those races. It's because he doesn't care, because conservatives know that if the election goes to the House, they win the presidency by default. And if that's the way you have to win, that's pretty damn pathetic. But it just shows to show why we need to get out there. We need to vote. We need to vote. Make sure that we have not been disenfranchised and make sure we still have the ability to vote. And we need to get out there, get our friends voting, get our family voting, make sure everybody gets there and do such a big blue wave. And not even a blue wave, because we need Republicans and independents to come along with it as well. Because this is about the sake of our country. Our country is at stake here. They want to perform the ultimate coup. They tried to do it on January 6, 2020, and they failed. They're going to try and do it again, and this is one of the ways I think they're going to try and do it. And I was right back in 2016 on a lot of these issues. I don't want to be right about this one. I want to be wrong. I want to be able to come after this election in 2024. In 2025 in late January, I'm going to be able to say, you know what? I was wrong. That Donald Trump either didn't try and do this, or Donald Trump tried to do it and he failed. But it's too risky to just leave that up to chance. We have to look at all possible ways that Donald Trump is going to steal this election and stop them. Agree, disagree, leave your comments below. Remember to like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and have a good day.